You know what they're gonna tell me? That sucks for you. You can either stay here and work, or you can find a new job. Your girl has been working since she was 14, and your girl is 26. Okay, so I've had a job since I could start working. Not me forgetting I'm recording already. Hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin', what's happening, how y'all doing? If you're new, my name is Joy. If you're a tiny, you already know what it is. Thank you for rocking with your girl. I'm getting ready for work, y'all. I'm getting ready for training at the new job, what it's like being a waitress. So I've been a waitress since I was 19 years old. When I was growing up my entire life, my mom was like, you gotta go to college, you gotta go to college. And then like my senior year was like, you don't gotta go. You don't gotta go. What do you mean I don't have to go? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you, Linda? I'm like, what do you mean I don't have to go? So, after high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I had started getting into makeup. And she was like, why you don't go to beauty school? I was like, oh, I know I could do that. So I went to beauty school right after high school. And then I became an esthetician. I did that for 2 years. And then I was like, you know what? I actually don't want to wax coochies. And at the time, so I wanted to do like just makeup and lashes. And I used to do like my friend's lashes, but lashes wasn't really popping back in the day like how it is now. So it was actually pretty hard for me to get clientele. And then the salon that I was working at, the lady wanted a percentage of like what I was making. And then my mom would be like, oh, you could have your own suite, you could have this, you could do that. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that though. Like, and my mom was one of those type of people, like, you can do anything you want to do. And it was like, but I don't know how. And it was like, you're not in that environment, or you're, I guess, around somebody that knows how to do it or what you're looking for, like, how am I supposed to know something I don't know, you know? And so like I had watched YouTube videos. I, you know, tried to do some bit of research, but there wasn't much information out there on how to get a suite, you know, where to look, blah blah blah. So I was just like, okay, like this isn't working, like this isn't really paying the bills. Like it was paying the bills, but like our paychecks were pretty inconsistent. So at the time, I graduated beauty school, I think like 2016. So like 2016 to 2018, I was in beauty school. Or no, I was an esthetician, because I graduated high school 2015. So what was I saying? So I did the whole esthetician thing. I felt like it wasn't like working out for me. And then I was like, and I've always wanted to be in the medical field, I just didn't know where. And my mom works in the medical field, and she's a supervisor, or was a supervisor at the time. And so she was like, don't be a medical assistant, don't be a medical assistant, blah blah blah. And my mom was like pushing me to be a travel nurse, because I love to travel and like I care about people, but like I don't care about people enough to be a nurse. And that's my personal opinion. If you're a nurse, I applaud you. Like I think that it's a difficult job, or it's a lot of work, and I'm not willing to put that much work in. So that happens. So my coworker at the time, she went to school for sterilization tech. So I was like looking into like different schools, different programs, and I wanted to be an x-ray tech years ago. So I was like, well, if I do dental, because they take x-rays, you know, at least I can get my foot in the door and then go from there. So I thought. So what do I do? So I go to the dental program. I'm in the dental program 2019 to 2020, and then during COVID is when I graduated. So before I went to beauty school, I was a waitress at IHOP. IHOP was my first job waitressing, and I loved it. I loved my coworkers. Like IHOP IHOP was it was a great time. It was a great time. I was making $10 an hour working in like Walnut Creek, and I had really good tables. Like I learned so much working at IHOP, and I'm so forever grateful that that was like my first experience. So then what did I do? So while I was working at IHOP, I went to beauty school, and I was making roughly like, I was making $10 an hour, and I was bringing home like $1,200 in tips alone. And I was like, there's no way. Like my mom was like in shock that I was making that kind of money, and I was like 18, 19, because I graduated at 17. And I was always at the outlets. I'm at the Livermore outlets, I'm at the Vacaville outlets. Like I'm buying Uggs, I'm buying purses, bags, perfume. I'm just buying shit because I didn't really have no bills. I wasn't paying rent. I was 19. So 2020 I did the whole dental thing, and I ended up moving to Atlanta, and then I was a waitress there as well until I found a dental job. And then I ended up moving back home to California and got another dental job. Oh, what is going on here? And then I got another dental job. And then I moved back home, got another dental job. And you guys have seen my coworker Alyssa. Alyssa, if you're watching, I love you, girl. And oh goodness, what did I do? And then I moved from California, from the Bay Area to Atlanta, back to California, and then from California to Florida, where I live now. Now we're in Florida, and anytime, well, I guess because I've been a waitress since I was 19 off and on, my immediate like job preference is generally waitressing. And I say that because it's generally good money, and you're always gonna leave with money same day. So when I tell people that, they're like, what? So when I lived in Atlanta, my younger cousin Nini, she was working like front desk at like European Wax Center, and I was like, girl, get into waitressing, and I swear to you, you are going to make the most money of your life. Like my mom says, like I make drug dealer money, and it's like true, because I always got some money. Not for y'all, I don't want y'all thinking I'm rich out here, because I'm not, but but like you're always going to leave with some money. So whereas like other jobs, you're waiting 2 weeks for a paycheck, you're trying to make, you know, that stretch, where I could make $40, you know, as a waitress one day on a slow day, and then make $150 the next day. So it's like, at least I got to put, you know, $40 in my gas tank, or, you know, buy some groceries or whatever. Being a waitress is super fun to me. I love a fast-paced environment. I just love being like quick on my feet. Like, that's also why I was in ortho, in terms of orthodontist, because the appointments are quick and I want to like be active while I'm working. I don't want to just be sitting down doing nothing, because that's gonna bore me and then I'm gonna quit. So there's that. Let me put this in a clip. So yeah, I've been waitressing since I was 19. So like when I moved here, I had applied to jobs. I was literally at the airport applying to jobs, applying to waitressing jobs. And I had got a job here when I first moved here as a waitress, and I worked for like an Asian couple, and well, Asian lady, and she ended up firing me because I was late, which I didn't think that I was late. I didn't think that me being, I guess, a minute late, or me going to the bathroom to get myself together, was gonna affect her or the job as much as it did. So I briefly worked at a breakfast place here, and then where else did I work? And then I think I just stayed dental. I haven't really worked too many restaurants here. And then, like I told you guys in the last video, I worked at Applebee's. So that was interesting. Pretty ghetto. But it's just a lot going on there. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to do a whole nother story. It's like a story time on that. But yeah, I actually really love being a waitress. I really enjoy it. I think that, you know, there's its perks and there's, you know, some not so great times, but overall, like, I've had a great experience being a waitress, because I obviously keep going back to it. And that says a lot if I would rather be a waitress than work at a dental office. I think a lot of people just don't know how to tip when it comes to being a waitress, or tip servers, because they think that we get paid like a decent wage. And then it's like, I always get those comments on TikTok that are like, oh, well, your boss should pay you more, or you should ask for a raise. You think that I can ask the company of Waffle House to pay me more? You think that I can ask the supervisor, the manager, the owner of Chili's to pay me more? You think that I can ask all of these corporations, let me just go up to the owner and be like, hey, you know what, this actually isn't paying the bills. You think you can pay me more? You know what they're gonna tell me? That sucks for you. You can either stay here and work, or you can find a new job. So I love being able to leave with some money on a daily basis. I don't think being a waitress is hard at all. I think you just have to have the ability to multitask, which some people got it and some people don't. And then where's the brush at? A lot of people just don't know how to tip, which I have said that I'm gonna make a tipping etiquette video. I don't know. I think I overthink it, and like, I don't want to say like negative replies get to me, but like they do sometimes. But being a waitress isn't hard. It's super fun. I'm grateful that my new job is really fun, happy people, you know, good environment, because that's what I like in a workplace. Ugh. Okay, so this is my hair. And then like I told you guys, in my I quit my job video, that I will be staying in this industry / field. I enjoy cooking, so I don't know, maybe you guys will get a hint as to like what I'll be doing one day. But overall, working as a waitress is super fun to me. I actually really enjoy it. Do I wish I got paid better? Yes. Could it be worse? Yes. And then a lot of people think that like working as a waitress is like similar to like fast food, which is totally not, because generally at fast food places you don't get tipped, and you're not really there for like the experience. If there was things that I could change about waitressing, I just wish people knew how to tip, and that'd probably be it. I just like, I don't think there's much that I would change, because it kind of just is what it is in terms of the environment. But for the most part, I usually make great tips. Even working at Applebee's, it's just people just aren't educated or know how to tip, and I can't really do anything about that besides educate people on how to tip. When me and my mom go out, we tip great because I've educated her and taught her how to tip, whereas other people just don't know because they've never been in this industry before. You know, I'm trying to work my way up to being a bartender, until I can go back to school for what I want to be doing. I still also want to do makeup. Like if I could do waitressing or bottle service or bartending and like makeup, that would like be amazing, because like those are like the two main things like I'm really interested in, I really enjoy, and I really like. So yeah, I will most likely stay in this industry like I said, and yeah, it's been a great experience so far. And if you guys have any like waitressing questions, definitely feel free to ask me. I don't really have the time to do my makeup right now, so I'm not gonna do it, but maybe we'll do like the tipping etiquette in another video. I will say there is a hourly minimum wage, and then there is a slave wage, or a tipping wage is what it's called. So in the state of California, where I'm born and raised from, the minimum wage in California is like $15 to $20 an hour. So you're making $20 an hour plus tips, whereas like when I lived in Atlanta, I was making $2.48 an hour plus tips, which after my first paycheck in terms of training, I never got a paycheck after that. I was only making my tips. And then here in Florida, the hourly wage is like $10 or $12, and then the tipping wage is $8.98. So I make $8, roughly $9 an hour plus tips. So you can only imagine like how that fluctuates state to state, and I cannot ask Applebee's for a raise. That's not how it works. And I'm sure people are like, oh well, you should just go back to dental so you can make more money. And it's like, I have made the decision to not be doing something I don't enjoy, even for the sake of the money. So yeah, there's that. That's just to give you guys more information about what it's like being a waitress and how it's different from other industries and different things that I've done before. And then I can also give you guys a little bit of a background about me and different places I worked at. So yeah, and I actually can't wait to, like, I guess I blow up and do like a rags to riches video. Like, can't wait to do that for y'all, because your girl has been working since she was 14 and your girl is 26. Okay, so I've had a job since I could start working. So your girl got to go to work. It's 2:26 and I have a 27-minute drive there, and I still gotta put the rest of my clothes on. So as always, you're beautiful just as you are. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at joigasm or Joy Simone. And if you got to the end of the video, drop down either the Chinese food to go box, the chopsticks, or like some type of food in the comments so I know that you made it to the end. Okay, so